Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another live Listen Together. This is your host with the most. Well, at least I was told in 37 countries. My name is 𝗏𝗵𝗲 𝗧𝗵𝗲. Nice to have you here. This is what we do every single month, or at least we try to. You submit your songs as awesome or as unfinished as they might be, so long as they are not copyrighted. You submit those at the beginning of the month. At the end of the month, we all come together and we listen to them. We provide professional feedback and critique, constructive criticism. And we also get to hear what you've been doing in your studio for the last month. So super cool, fun thing to do around here. If you're new to this channel exists to simplify the complexities of the home studio and help you create professional sounding music in a less than professional space. The motto around here is that we can dream alone. We can even create alone, but together we can achieve so much more. And we have. And it would be without hesitation that I would give a huge shout out to our sponsor of the channel, who has been a long time running sponsor, Warren Hewart and the Pro Mix Academy. If you want to learn anything mixing and mastering, recording, that's your place to go. He's your guy. Buy his courses, use the code that's in my description. I'll get a small commission for doing so. Love him. Let's give that shout out. Today's video is sponsored in part by the Pro Mix Academy. The Pro Mix Academy offers affordable courses from mentors, world-class engineers, Grammy winners, and multi-platinum selling producers. And with the resources available on the Pro Mix Academy, you can learn how to create radio-ready mixes from the comfort of your own home studio. Most of the courses also offer multi-tracks that you can then add to your portfolio and begin to build out your business. Follow the link in the description of this video to head on over to the Pro Mix Academy today and start learning the skills that are needed to take your hobby or your business to the next level. All right, folks, let's see what we got going on here. So today we have 6 submissions. Did I miss one here? What's going on? No, that's right. 6 submissions. And our first one is from an individual. If you haven't noticed, I'm getting right into it today. 𝗏𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗃, Dr. A, making us DAMU. Anyway, the song title is You Can't Save Them All. There's not much of a description for this one, so I won't pop it up on the screen this time around. But if you haven't smashed that like button, go ahead and do so. Big shout out to those that are in the chat. To Tim Consley. My mouth is moving faster than what my brain is. Tim Consley, who says he's in Indiana, which is not far from me. Very cool. Indiana boys on an Indiana night. Oh, hold on. I think it's time to be real. You know, I got this app in the hopes that I could kind of keep track on what my son's doing online, because it's one of the only apps that doesn't allow for a lot of fluff. There's no filters. You just, when it tells you it's time to be real, you're supposed to take the picture right then. No filters, no prepping. It's kind of cool that way. DJP says he submitted a track, but it's not there. Well, let me go back and check. If we have missed songs, we will make sure that they're there before we ever even get started. But yeah, as I was saying, huge shout out to those of you who are in the chat. It's always good to see the pillars of the society showing up, doing what they do, being awesome. Let's see here. So in my submissions, I do see a DJP. Okay. That song is Changing My Mind. And yeah, okay, so there's 2 missing. Thanks for pointing that out, DJP. Appreciate that, brother. I'm getting a 404 error when I try to follow that link to your song. The requested URL was not found. Let me go back to... Let me go back to the actual... Let's see. Okay, so there's Tim Consley's When He Is Near. And it looks like I got Gordon Weaver as well. Yep, that one's in there. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing yours in the file, brother. Oh, DJP. Let's see. Maybe it's a possibility that if you uploaded it and you didn't set the share to, like if the link wasn't set to anyone is available, it's restricted link, it won't let us see that on our end. But you're more than welcome to get that song over to me while we're doing the stream, and I'll make sure it gets in there if you want to upload it into the same place that you normally would. Cool? Right on. Here we go. So You Can't Save Them All by our first individual here, Dr. A. And let's just get right into it. Why not?
Damn you, demo. You can't save them all. Man.
Okay. While the tune has lots of potential, I'm going to do my best to try to provide you some feedback here. The tune has lots of potential, it does. But I do feel like that the effects that were on the vocals were not conducive to being able to actually hear what was going on in the song. Now, if that's what you were going for, that's completely fine. I get that. All right, got you in there now, Tim. However, I would say that it actually detracts from wanting to listen to the song because I can't understand the lyrics. And what I've been noticing, and if any of you have seen any of my latest releases, I'm sort of diving into the country genre now. Yes, I know. I don't think I gave the genre enough credit. Not to mention, I was looking back at my roots and I'm like, yeah, I can't really be dogging on country if I have a lot of family that live in Kentucky. If I love bluegrass and Southern gospel, that's pretty much country as it gets. So maybe I should give it a try. And I'm so glad I did, because the last 2 songs that I've written have really been, I'm pretty proud of them. So anywho, this was not supposed to be about me. It was supposed to be about you, Dr. A. I would definitely go back, revisit this song, take off some of the vocal, like, unless that's, yet again, if that's your creative thing that you're going for, okay, there might be a market for that. But it made the rest of the track sound very amateurish. So hopefully you're not offended by what I had just said, but I'm trying my best to still provide you some good feedback too, because it really does have lots of potential. It's just a matter of trying to unlock that potential. And that's what we're here to do. We're not here to throw stones or make you feel bad, or we want you to submit songs. That's how you get better. So good deal. Looks like yep. This just in, hot off the press, DJP, Changing My Mind, has been flown into the tracks now. All right, so nobody is going to be missed. Where did that just go? I think I just overwrote a song with it. Yeah, I did. All right, let's stick it down here, and then we'll move it where we need to. There we go. All right, got DJPs up in there now. We are good to go. Everybody's golden. I'm going to change the color on those just because I want to. Okay, so that was song 1. Yet again, not a bad song. Got potential, just needs a little bit of help in those areas that we just talked about. So up next is Crackli software for round 4. And he says, I thought it was time to get back to something a little more crackly. He says, I took an older track and reworked it. All hardware synth as usual. Vocals and a smidgen of drums from Udio, but the rest is all me. The song is Sideways. Look at some of the recent world of events. You can read into it all you will. Okay, let's dive in. I already like the intro.
It's time to learn, it's time to cope. Baby,
Oops.
The guns are firing soon. They sing a different tune. The flights of fancy start. Tearing all our dreams apart. Don't reply and don't look back. It's only this, it's only that. Keep your head and keep your mind. It's time to learn just what you find. The story's ending soon. It's from a different room. The ticking of your heart. The time when we all start.
Awesome. Great work as usual, Crackli. The only constructive feedback that I have for this one is the vocals. I feel like they could have been a little brighter. That's actually what I was trying to do with the T-Rex one here, which I should not have been trying to do while the song was playing. But I was trying to move this focus knob to bring the vocals a little bit more forefronted. But other than that, in this genre of music too, a lot of that vocal stuff kind of is done more in the background. It's more of a musical element than it is an actual like upfront personal element, if that makes any sense. But yeah, love the song, man. Definitely we need more Crackli in our life. That was definitely more Crackli for sure. And I find it hard to wrap my head around how that you guys that mess with the synthesizers and stuff like that, how you get something analog like that to sound so digital. Does that even make sense? Digital in the sense of, like, when I think analog, I think like Motown, like that muffled sound, which was great for whenever it was great. But now we're into this era where everything is crystal clear and clarity is all about, and now you guys are able to take these synthesizers that are supposed to have that sound. And I don't know if it's EQ or the way that you're, positioning your patches within I don't know, but it sounds great. Sounds amazing. Up next, we got Herky Acuff. Give It Up to Summers. Let's give it a listen. Ooh, that's pretty.
He comes tumbling down, lying in the shade, knowing that I've got it made. Can't remember a day when it was this hot, but Hey, just as fast as the youthful times that are soon to be here. Always happen. Give it up to summers. La 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 la. Give it up to summers. La 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 Empty bottles stacked so high, only take a tepid breeze to knock down memories. Sublime dream back, cherish such a breeze for me. Oh, come on and tell me how that water feels. Give it up to summers. La 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 la. Give it up to summers. La 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 la. Give it up to summers. La 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 la. Give it up to
Nice. Typical Herky fashion. Nothing I can really say much about that. That's as far as constructive criticism or anything of that nature. The acoustic tone was spot on. The guitar's pan to the right was so like Beatle-esque, but it worked. And then the lyrics are always like thought-provoking, yet fun, yet funny, yet it's like it's definitely you're in a class all your own. Yeah. Awesome. Great job as usual. Herky is the man. Up next is our good friend Conor Cronin. And I'm excited about this one because if I'm reading his correctly, he says this is the first part of a suite of traditional Irish tunes, which I'm a big fan of, being Scottish myself. It's the same, okay? Come on. Just different sides of the pond or the lake or the river or Loch Ness. Written by my sister 𝗬𝗓 in honor of her friend's new baby. It consists of an Irish jig and reel with a short intro. 𝗬𝗓 played the accordion, recorded in stereo using a Shure SM57 and a Focusrite condenser mic. I recorded the double-tracked guitar and whistle parts with a Rode NT1. And here's the part that I'm kind of like, he says it's his first production using all acoustic instruments. Now, if you know Conor's work, you know that he is normally like screaming guitars in your face, like punk rock style awesomeness. This is going to be a departure from his normal style, which it almost sounds like he's been listening to me about, you know, like stepping out of your comfort zone and trying something new. So very cool. I'm looking forward to this one simply because of these main differences here. So let's give it a listen. Beautiful. Bro, you knocked that out of the park. I was tearing up over here. No joke. Wow, that was good. This is just my personal preference, so don't take this to heart. My personal preference is that the accordion would have been a little bit lower in the mix to kind of mesh with the rest of the instruments a little bit more. But everything else, dude, that was spot on. And it could just be my listening environment. Wow, dude, the arrangement, the feeling that you got from it, so nostalgic. And anytime that I hear music like this, it immediately reminds me of, like, I guess my heritage, you know. Whenever we go to the Scottish Fest, you hear this kind of music all day long, every day. It's amazing. So very, very good. If this is streamable, we need to know the link. We need to find this so that we can figure it out. Go and buy that. Great job, brother. Up next, we got Gordon Lee Weaver with La 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 Land. La 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 Land. Okay, this one definitely does not need the T-Rex 1 plug-in. Looks like it's been mastered already. Let's give this bad boy a listen. Before we do, let's make sure that we got the right song on the screen. There we go. And here we are. Wow.
Monday, I slay flying dragons. Tuesday, ogres storm my castle. Wednesday, trolls march on my kingdom. Thursday, vultures circle their next meal. Here's the wife, hug the kids, walk the dog, pet the cat, watch the game, happy home, quiet life, memories. Dodging flaming arrow rouge. Hold my ground while mammoths stampede. Crashing hailstones big as houses. Ghostly armies swarming upon me. Here's the wife, hug the kids, walk the dog, pet the cat, watch the game, happy home, quiet life, memories. What's real? What's not? Lost touch, forgot. Which world? Solid. Which in my head? Unreal. Valid. Dreamed up. Certain. Abstract. Hit till my grasp. Slipping.
Very cool. Very cool. Man, there was a lot going on there. And I couldn't quite put my finger on who it reminded me more of. You know, there were some individuals that saying it was very Beatle-esque. Or maybe that was the song previous, I don't know. But I heard a little bit of like some Pink Floyd. I heard a little bit of like Alice in Chains, believe it or not. I heard some Days of the New in there, like a little bit of Days of the New. Yeah, so that was really cool. You can definitely tell it's a wide variety of influences all amalgamated together into an awesome song. And I wish I could have heard the lyrics a little bit more, though. That's the only thing that was kind of... And there's a trend that's going on. I don't know if you guys have picked up on it yet, but the trend is that songs are being mixed right now with the vocals more upfront and present than they ever have been, which caused me to go back and listen to... yeah, it did have a little bit of Herky in it, didn't it? It caused me to go back and listen to my latest release of Granny's Prayers and realized I mixed it like I would normally mix, like your typical CCM rock, pop, blues style type song, where the vocals are kind of like just nestled into the mix. I go back and I start like trying to listen to some more modern country tracks to sort of get a reference point. And I realized, like, holy smokes, these vocals are like way up front and present. You can barely even hear the band behind some of these guys. And when you can, I mean, it's good. But I was like, okay, I need to go back and maybe make this sound a little more modern. So I actually did a remix of the Granny's Prayer song. And then I took that knowledge with me into the next song that I just released, She Sings, and made the vocals a lot more upfront and personal. So that's something to keep in mind. It's not just in country, it's across the board. I've noticed like vocals are the main instrument now. It seems like everybody wants their vocals up front and present. I think it's a good change. I mean, at the same time though, to all those musicians and instrumentalists that are in the background, giving it all she's got, you're not able to really hear all of the cool stuff that they're doing anymore. Maybe maybe we can find like a good balance in between. I think we should, but it is what it is. Okay. So up next we got DJPs with song, number 6. And this one is called Changing My Mind. Let's give it a listen. And I will turn on the T-Rax for this. Ooh, very cool. Very cool, very ominous sounding, but at the same time, very cool. No real like major feedback for that one. They just sounded good. I did like the fact that you were yet again branching out of your normal stylistic approach. Seems like everybody's kind of starting to do that, which is a good thing. And what I would like to kind of do is like, let's take a moment and maybe in the chat, leave a comment. If you've been branching out of your typical stylistic choices, what have you found that you liked or disliked, or what have you found that helped in your journey? I know for me personally, if I was, to say, if I could name it, one or two things, branching out of what I typically do and doing something different has helped me, for one, to see, like, to respect the genre a lot more. I know I always kind of figured, and DJ, don't shoot me for this one, but I always kind of figured like, oh, country's not that hard. You just write about your dog and your cat and your wife leaving you and make it sad as possible. And that's not the case. There's a lot more involved with it, and it made me appreciate the style more. It made me appreciate the genre more. And for you guys, maybe it forced you to play a different instrument or record a different way in Conor's instance, which was really cool. So, branching out of your normal genre and trying something different, not only will it expand your skills, but you'll probably end up having a lot more fun. I know after not writing a song for like over 2 years and then sitting down and thinking in that genre, that line of genre, and I started noticing, I was like, man, like the song that I wrote just like were coming to me. And that's a good feeling. That hasn't happened in a long time. And to get 2 of them banged out in the course of the same month, that's awesome. I'm going to put in the chat here real quickly. These are the headphones that I use. You can take them or leave them. But they are these here, the open back Audio-Technica ADH500Xs, $79 on Amazon right now. And I can get really good mixes with these. So, Kev Gresham says that he's got a track submitted too late. Took the first tune, took Angela's vocals and turned it into a jazz club version. Cool. Grow a big mustache. Hey, Jeff. Good to see you. Is Jeff a first timer? I don't think he's a first timer, but he hasn't been here in a while. So let's give him a big round of applause anyway. Good to see you, brother. So up next, we got When He Is Near by our good friend, Tim Consley. Let's give this a listen. The link you posted, I click, it says 164. Really? On my screen, it says $79.99. Look, can't make this stuff up. $79.99. Yeah, same headphones, so I'm not sure. Interesting. Different locations. Yeah, that's probably... Well, yeah, because you're in Canada. Everything's more expensive in Canada. All right, let's play this track. Come on, bring on the heat, Tim. Nice. That was, it was kind of a departure. I see what you're saying. Like it has a little bit more of a poppy from your normal stuff, but not in a bad way. It's actually, it's something you might explore, man, because that seemed like it fit you. Seemed like it fit you pretty well, actually. All right. Good deal. So individuals are saying that the drum patterns, vary the drum pattern a little bit more if possible and raise the high end shelf. Oh, so to make the snare pop a little bit more. I get that. Good deal. Well, what do you guys think of today's submissions? I know personally, here's a big round of applause for everybody that submitted. I think every one of them were amazing. And there are some very, very talented individuals here within this community. And, you know, you guys rock. Like literally rock. Real quickly, before we hop off of here today, I'm going to show you sort of the back end of I was going to play just the mastered track, and I thought it might be better just to show you guys the inner workings. I heard a couple of different things in the chat about some certain recording techniques. I know Conor said, I think it was Conor, said something about, I wish I could get my acoustic guitars to sound that way. Or maybe it wasn't him. Maybe it was DJP. I'm not sure. But I wanted to show, specifically, I wanted to show you something on this track because it's a new recording style that I just figured I'd give it a try and see what happens. And okay, so I guess I can't say that it's new, but it's one that I don't typically go for. So, and I can already tell right now that this is going to, yeah, this is going to be crazy. I'm just going to go ahead and do this first and foremost. We're going to go ahead and freeze all that audio. Otherwise, we'll never get through that. Oh yeah, it was Jonathan Hamlet. Awesome. Well, while we're waiting on these tracks to freeze so that we can actually free up space, let's go ahead and jump over to the Wheel of Awesomeness. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's the new and improved Wheel of Awesomeness. That's right. How's it new and improved, you might say? It's not. That's right, because we don't change much around here. We just like to keep things the same old way because we like consistency. Isn't that right, Robert? You bum. Listen, Casey, I don't know what your deal is, but every time you announce the wheel, you got to say something derogatory. Like, what's going on, man? Why do you got to do that? You don't pay me enough. Casey, how much money do you want to treat me nicely? I don't know. Better, more than zero. That'd be nice. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, here's a good one for you. Robert don't pay me nothing. Just like he doesn't pay DJ Big Red 81 anything for all the hard work he does. That's right, because he's a loser. Wow. You know, I don't know what to say to that. I guess I'm just going to have to... What do you want me to do, man? I'd like for you to start paying me. Okay, I'm going to have to... We'll talk about... Put a pin in that, okay? We'll talk about that later. Just stick a pin in it. I know what that means. We're never going to talk about it. Well, whatever it means. I don't know what to tell you, because I'm... You know, I can only do with what I can do, and you're not bringing in the ratings either, you know? I mean, let's get serious here. If we were getting, like, serious... When are you going to spin the wheel? I don't know. I'm trying, okay? It's the computer. I'm stalling. That's why we're still talking. Okay, spin the wheel. Ladies and gentlemen, the wheel is being spent. Tutorial video request. We've never seen the two together. It's a conspiracy. Right on. So the question is, what kind of a tutorial video would you like to see? Would you like to see another mixing tutorial? Would you like to see a, I don't know, acoustic guitar recording tutorial? Maybe that would help. Versus all of the, with all the stuff we've been talking about here. And there's like a million of them out there, which is why I've never done it. I just always thought, well, why would anyone want to hear my take on it when I'm just a lowly, non-paying guy in Indiana? But if you have a tutorial video request, shoot that in the chat right now. Let's hear what you have to say. Let's also give some shout outs to these individuals. Bill Tebbs, thanks for subscribing. Jeremy Gruner. Yep, that happened. Jeremy. We'll just call him Jeremy. Hey, thanks, Jeremy. Frank Hawkins. 𝗏𝗵𝗲. I'm sure that's Tommy. Tom My Music. Or is it Tommy Music? I don't know. The Josh Flood Podcast. Todd McKibben. Chase the Beats. And Carlo 109. It's probably not a good one. Guitar tone tutorial. That's a cool one. Repair tutorial. Ooh, repair for like repairing a mix, repairing a guitar. I'm not sure. I have to check into that. That might be a cool one. I do actually repair a lot of guitars with the ministry that I'm involved in. For those of you that don't know, there's a ministry I'm involved in that's called Strings with Wings, and it the individual that started this over, I think it was 7 years ago now. The rap song I was working on. Which one? Anyway, he guitar repair. Okay, cool. That might be something, definitely. I need to write these down because my ADD will. All right, guitar repair tutorial and guitar tone tutorial. All right. Oh yeah, okay. Like the intonation and the, okay. So guitar like repair / setup. Okay, cool. That might be kind of cool. Methods in dealing with bass guitar players that don't involve a lump of wood over the head. You know, that's going to be a hard one. How about methods to deal with drummers that don't want to stop drumming while the rest of the band is trying to communicate? It never fails. It's like, why? Why are you doing that? Yeah, those are all definitely some good ones to look into. 2 tutorial suggestions to Robert on Discord so he won't forget. Yes, he's on to something there, folks. Even though I write it down on a piece of paper. Yeah. Oh, and he's already sent them to me. Oh, wow. He knows me too well. All right. Okay, so we're going to take a little back end look at the latest song she sings. Get in the repair shop. Okay, cool. I've done everything from reset bridges, which was different. There was one that had severe damage from water damage from where it was setting in a closet or in a basement for too long, and the right below the bridge was bowing. There's actually a tool that you can buy that will fix that, and it did, and it's amazing. What else was it? I did a neck reset. That was crazy. I did a broken headstock. That was crazy. I didn't actually, I sat in and like worked alongside the individual doing it, which was Don, the guy that owns or started the founder of Strings with Wings. I didn't actually give that guitar away though. But yeah, a lot of the stuff that I've done, it's crazy, like, but it's all in the interest of, you know, being able to give those instruments to people that can't afford one. And it's a lot easier to give an instrument away when it only costs you $50 and you've got 2 hours of repair in on it than it would be to just outright buy a guitar for that person. So it makes it a little bit more feasible, and it also teaches you stuff along the way. So because of that, I have learned how to intonate and set up necks and do fret work. And honestly, I could probably start a guitar repair shop easily. That might be a good retirement business. So the how to set a vocal level in a mix, that one's, it's eluding me again now that we're in this change up, because I thought I had it set perfectly for Granny's Prayers until I went back and started doing some references, and I'm like, ooh, holy smokes, they're really up front nowadays. So you'll have that. So I got some cool stuff going on here that just going to make sure that these are frozen as well. I probably got enough to where it wouldn't affect the stream too much if I went ahead and did it now. But I'm making sure that, absolute sure that we don't get stopped in the middle of a explanation point here. Why is Starbucks sending me a message? They just want me to spend my money? Starbucks, I'm broke. Leave me alone.
Days from a young medical student.
Okay. All right, so here we go. It's a total of 35 tracks. That's drums included. And of course I used Addictive Drums. Addictive Keys was my VSTI instruments. I used Abbey Road 2 for the string section of this. For the acoustic guitars, I used the black, I don't know if you've seen the most recent video, the black 𝗏𝗏 guitar that they sent me. And it's actually got a pretty decent sound, but I wanted something a little more raw. And so I used that panned to one side, and then my high-end Yamaha LLD 16 recorded on the other side of that. And then I thought I got all these. What's going on here? Okay, and then the fiddle parts, that was actually samples. So I sampled that. And I shouldn't, well, they were samples, but they were loops. And what I did was I took the loop of the fiddle part, chopped it up into like several different pieces to make it fit what was really going on. Did a lot of crossfading, nudging to make sure that it sounded properly. And then I should be getting some Chick-fil-A discount codes, I know, right? And then that was to make those fiddle parts fiddle into the mix. And then the chimes that I used in this, that was definitely a sample, or another one shot, I guess you would call it. The claps, those were sampled claps. I didn't use anything special for those. Reverse cymbals, that was literally taken right out of the drum track. Took a cymbal crash, reversed it. Those are some of the main areas that I did that were not like actual instruments. The rest of it was, so the mandolin, actual instrument. I actually just got a mandolin from the guy I was just talking about, Don. Told him I was doing a country style, folk style song, and asked him if he had a fiddle or a mandolin or a banjo. And he said, I have a mandolin. So it's not like a high end mandolin at all, but it has the sound. That's all I needed, was the sound to add to that. And I did just buy a banjo. I don't know if you've seen that earlier in the stream. You got to check this thing out though. I got this bad boy with a case, hard shell case, $80. And now I just got to learn how to play it. Okay, so what you're looking at here is a wide variety of stuff going on. You'll notice the lead vocals and the backing vocals, there's a lot. We might have time to cover that, but I believe my wife is home for lunch, so we might have to cut this a little short. The main thing I was going to show you, though, was these acoustic guitars. I wanted to show you the sound that I'm getting, and then I'll real briefly cover how I'm getting that sound. So check this out. Or not. Maybe we will not get to listen to this. Okay, let me go up to my buffer settings, change some things here. We might be able to get it. Yeah, that's probably it right there. Okay, let's try this again. So as you can see, not too bad sounding. So this is the black guitar. This is the Yamaha. Okay, and then when you put them all together, throw in the mandolin. Okay, so, and I did that to show you something specifically. So the guitars and the mandolin both were recorded with budget mics. And I'm going to show you what mics I used. And, okay. You can find these used all day long for a lot cheaper than what you'll buy them here on Amazon. But I will be sharing the Amazon link nonetheless, just to make it easier to find and you can get all the information. So check this out. The first one was an MXL V67G. This is a classic microphone. Okay. Where I'm setting at right now, it's $99 US, but like I said, you can find these all day long used for a lot cheaper than that. Okay, now this next one, this is probably going to be a bit of a shocker to people. So I can't really remember the name of it, but I just know, yeah, here it is. Okay, so this one, if it'll ever let me get the link here. Okay, and this one, this one's the shocker, okay? It's the Behringer ECM 8000 reference microphone. And you may be thinking, what in the world, why would you use a reference microphone on a guitar? So a reference microphone has a very, very small diaphragm. in the condenser part of it, which resembles a lot of what an ear would look like. I mean, your ear is probably the smallest diaphragm out there, but we pick up on all kinds of nuances. I was using this mindset to think, when I listen to a guitar, how do I hear it? What makes that a classical guitar sound to me? A classic guitar, not a classical guitar, but a classic guitar sound. And that is, my ear is hearing it usually from the forward face looking, or if I'm playing it with my ear hearing it from above the guitar. So what I did was, and I've done this before. Actually, I did a video on this a long, long time ago. I did a video on this when I recorded a local artist named Justin Clark. So what I did was, here's my chair. Okay. Yes, crude drawing. Okay, and here's me sitting in the chair. Here's my guitar. Okay. And I must have had an Elvis do going on that day, because look at this. Okay, so I'm playing my guitar, hands wrapped around here, just to play my guitar. So the 𝗬𝗵𝗧𝗵𝗲 mic is pointed directly at the guitar, about 12 inches from the 12th fret, but then aimed directly at the top of the sound hole. So like right here. Okay. And then the MXL V67G was actually hung above me over my right shoulder. Right? So I'm getting a stereo take. I'm getting one from the front of the guitar and one from what would be like the guitar player's point of view. So what does this sound like? Let's take this. This is sort of an impromptu lesson here. And let me take these back down to center. So this first one, this is the one, I believe this is the 𝗬𝗵. I'll be able to tell immediately. Okay, so this is the 𝗬𝗵𝗧𝗵𝗲 just by itself. That sounds really stinking good. Okay, here's the over-the-shoulder mic. Now, for phasing issues, there's a 3-to-1 rule. I did my best to make sure that the one capsule was exactly 3 feet away from the other capsule. That's going to be messed up from time to time. So what I always do is I throw on 𝗵�auto align. What this does is it listens to the 2 tracks and it aligns them how it should be aligned. So this one was out of phase by 6.2 milliseconds, 2.99 samples, or 299 samples. There's 4 in this group, so it's actually taking all of these into account and aligning all of the phases of all of them together. But when you blend these two, okay, so here's the stereo just mixed down on top of one another. I got the brighter 𝗬𝗵𝗧𝗵𝗲 a little bit higher in the mix. Now when you pan these, very cool. Just sounds really good. Okay, do the same with second. So as you can see, you blend these two together and you get some awesomeness right there. And I loved the fact too that one of the guitars was just a little bit off tune of the other one, but what it ended up sounding was like a 12 string. So same sort of scenario with the mandolin. The only difference is I just did 2 takes, recorded them back to back, and this time I used the warm audio 𝗚𝗏-87. This is what that sounded like. Or no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Actually, I used the same 𝗚𝗵𝗃, that $20 microphone that I just posted. At least it's $20 on my end, so don't quote me on that one. But yeah, you put all this together, and you get a pretty good sounding little setup here. Throw in a little electric guitar. Electric guitar don't come in until chorus. There's no bass guitar in this song. I used the electric guitar as the bass, just because it's like a, well, go hear it. So check it. Okay, so that was pre-chorus. Right before we get to that pre-chorus as well, I'm using addictive keys to provide bass elements. And that's when I bring in the fiddle. Check it out. Put that fiddle on a very long decay reverb because I wanted it to sound sort of otherworldly, and it also helps it to really set back in the mix a lot, which was good. Now, as far as the bass elements added from addictive keys, it's really just a simple chord progression that follows the chord progression of the other. Very poppy. So between this and the electric guitars, that's where I'm getting my low end. I didn't really have to add a bass guitar. It made it incredibly easy to mix, and I've not had one person be like, hey man, where's the bass guitar at? So put it all together, this is what you get. Okay, here comes the pre-chorus. The bass elements kick in. Okay. If you would like to know more behind the scenes on this song, if you'd like to go over the vocal parts, stuff like that, let me know. Maybe we can make that happen soon. And it'd be a good promotional for the song as well. So hopefully you guys got something out of today's stream. I know I did. I loved all of your submissions. You guys are awesome. And for those of you that we gave constructive criticism to, remember it is meant to be constructive, not destructive. We are not trying to make you feel bad or anything of that nature. We are so happy that you chose to be a part of this. So thank you guys so much for all that you've done and all you will do in the future. We love and appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time, God bless. We'll see you all.